up, girl. Come on in here. Did you see this stimulus bill?
Yes, I did see the stimulus bill.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to pay attention to it until I heard one of them Republicans mad and all upset because marijuana is representing the dang on bill. They just want to, operate like a regular business.
Well, did you see the provisions about the lobbyists?
Yeah, that's all the thing about the lobbyists, too.
I think it's pretty smart.
Smart? How?
Because now the Republicans can't come out outright and say, no, we're not voting for it at all.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
That is evil genius level.
Don't call the woman evil.
Okay, Nancy. I see you. I see you.
Before I get into today's topics, I just want to let you know that next week we'll be off, so we'll see you again on January 2nd. All right. No, sorry. June 2nd. Jeez, my brain. Coronavirus. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Nice But Feisty. I am Mandy Nice, and I'm going to get right into my topics. I will be, again, addressing mostly things related to the coronavirus, and you also saw in the intro where we talked a little bit about the new stimulus bill coming up. Tasha called her a mad genius. I just think she's way more clever than people give her credit for, Miss Nancy Pelosi, because when I took the emotion out of it, I realized that such a bill that covers lobbyists who lobby on the Democratic side and also the Republican side. And if the Republicans go after that bill, then the lobbyists will think, oh, you didn't want to cover us. So I just noticed that the rhetoric behind the bill, that the Republicans are only attacking the portions that expand banking to marijuana dispensaries and things of that nature. Because I don't think people understand. Again, I don't always think like Tasha and understand the way that how she processes information. But I do agree on this, that marijuana can be used as a medicine. And for that reason, I do believe that legalization of marijuana is something that we should look at as a national whole, because if it can help to, help subside seizures and give people that have anxiety a much better life, I think that it's something that we really need to look into and actually support. So for medical use, I do support the legalization of marijuana. So I will say that. But that is the only thing I see that the Republicans are actually attacking about the bill, because this would actually be one step closer to the total legalization of marijuana. And again, it's just like anything else. People can choose to use it or not. And, just like with alcohol, people choose to use alcohol or not. You're not forced to use it. And back in the day, before it became a celebratory type of drink or something that you drink, to, I guess, lift your spirits, it was actually used as a tonic to help to settle the stomach. It was believed that it was a digestive aid. But anyway, I digress on that. That is not my topic. I'm sorry if I overstepped. Anyway, let's get right into it. So my first topic is this article is from NPR. There was a little snippet that I just really wanted to speak about. This article speaks about the whistleblower, Mr. Bright, Rick Bright, formerly the top vaccine scientist that filed a whistleblower complaint. What I find interesting is that that's the title that NPR gave it. But there was a small little snippet in here that I really wanted to hone in on. So it's about maybe 4 or 5 paragraphs down, but I just wanted to notate this from this particular article, and this will also be in the description. At the time of his removal, Mr. Bright said he had been ousted because of his insistence that the government spend money on safe and scientifically vetted solutions to address the coronavirus crisis and not on drugs, vaccines, or other technologies that lack scientific merit. So I thought that was very interesting that he even stated that. I think I'm not going to try to put words in the man's mouth. He did state in the actual interview that he did before Congress, when he testified before Congress, he did mention that we shouldn't rush basically into a vaccine. And I think that's what he means when he says that that they should not, again, quote, he insisted that the government spend money on safe and scientifically vetted solutions, not on drugs, vaccines, and other technologies that lack scientific merit. So basically, don't rush to get a vaccine. Make sure that it's right. Make sure it's safe. Make sure that, it's for the most vulnerable amongst us, because we have seen that there are a lot of people, and I don't know why we're not talking about this more, but there are a lot of people that are surviving the virus. There are a lot of people that are recovering from the virus. We see that the death toll has down. It's not completely gone away. Don't get me wrong. But the percentage of the people that have died from it is not, it's not like it's 50%. And we don't ever want it to get to 50%. What I'm saying is, and I don't want you guys to get this misconstrued, is what I'm saying is that what's happening and that we're seeing is that the people that are able to get care and getting proper care and having good nurses and good doctors that actually check on them, because there have been reports where nurses are saying they're not even giving people care. They're not even going in and checking on those people. That's not the right care. And I'm pretty sure those people aren't having a successful recovery rate as those who are getting proper care, where people go in, check on them, make sure that they're doing well. But the strongest thing that we have that is beating this virus, because the recoveries are outweighing the deaths, thank you, is because they were able to allow their immune systems to do what it's supposed to do, which is fight. So we need to make sure that our immune system is up and that it's fighting, because we are grateful and thankful that recovery is far more than death. Not saying that you take it lightly at all. You do what is best for you to make sure that you're protecting yourselves, but also understand that we can beat this. Recovery is more than death. We can beat this. Okay, take it away, Tasha. Okay, all right. You, sorry, Tasha. No, I just have one more thing. Just, I'll let you finish, but I have one more thing. Okay. So, this article comes from USA Today, and it'll also be in the description, but I'm going to keep it super short. I promise, Tasha, super short. So it's entitled, "Almost All Kids Are Treatable. What Parents Should Know About the New COVID-Related Inflammatory Disease." Again, this is from USA Today. This will be in the description. And a quick summary, parents are already overwhelmed by the challenges of raising kids among the global pandemic. Now something else to worry about: a mysterious inflammatory disease, most evident in New York, the nation's coronavirus epicenter, but also popping up elsewhere. So quickly, here's the statement. It's too early to tell how big of a concern it will become, but the illness came up during the Senate hearing Tuesday when Dr. Anthony Fauci of the White House Coronavirus Task Force warned against rushing to reopen schools in the fall. He referenced children presenting with COVID-19 who actually have a very strange inflammatory syndrome, very similar to Kawasaki's syndrome. And basically what they're saying is the symptoms here, common symptoms, not the only ones. Just want to make sure you know that. It typically afflicts children under 5 years old. The common symptoms are prolonged fever, a rash, conjunctivitis, swelling of the palms or soles of feet, sometimes peeling of the skin in those areas, and lymph node enlargement. So this again is in USA Today. I will also put that link in the description, but I just wanted to make sure I let you guys know that, so that I know you guys out there that are struggling with homeschooling, or you're just tired of seeing your kids every day because they're driving you nuts, but no worries. Just wanted to let you know this is for their safety as well. So you just be a little patient. You know, I homeschool my children as well. And it can be, so we just have to breathe through this together. All right, I think I'm done now. Go ahead, Tasha. It's yours again. Finally. Okay, we're gonna start from what I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted. Okay, all right. You already know whose turn it is to go second this week, if I can get a word in edgewise. Let me go ahead and get my topics. Y'all already know I'm still that whole Ahmaud Arbery thing still got me on 10. And to add insult to injury, we also found out about a young lady by the name of Breonna Taylor. So this article comes from USA Today. It's entitled "Federal Lawsuit Calls Officer in Breonna Taylor Shooting a Dirty Cop with a Vendetta." Now, this is not my words. This is USA Today. So don't get mad at me. Okay. An ongoing federal lawsuit accuses one of the narcotics detectives in the shooting death of 26-year-old EMT Breonna Taylor of harassing suspects with unnecessary arrests and planting drugs on them. Kendrick Wilson filed a suit against Brett Hankison in October 2019, saying his fatal misdeed was attracting the unwanted, undeserved attention of Hankison, who had decided that Wilson, for some reason or another, had to be engaged in illegal activity, and that he had to ensure his conviction. Now, do you hear this mess? Listen to those words. This officer, not having proof that this man had any illegalities going on in his life whatsoever, decided that he was going to make an example out of this one black man that I guess he thought was balling. And by all means, black men, you can't make a living doing legal activities. The dude could have been a real estate agent, or maybe, just maybe he got a new job and they paid him a little bit more. No, of course not. You can't make bread. There's no. Are you kidding me? This is an example of what I talk about when I say bad cops, because even if you have a gut feeling, you have to have evidence before you start going after people. And you had no evidence because this man was a law-abiding citizen. Okay? Law-abiding citizen, but you just decided for whatever reason, I guess you was mad that he had a girl and you didn't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know your life like that. All I'm saying, your jealousy is showing, and obviously you got a problem. I'm gonna keep going. Hankison denied all allegations against him in a response filed a month later. Okay. Accusations contained in the civil lawsuit represent only one side of the story and do not constitute the evidence in a court of law, according to the article. Hankison, Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly, and Officer Miles Cosgrove are on administrative reassignment while an internal investigation is underway into the March 13th shooting of Taylor. And there needs to be an investigation because they went in supposedly under a no-knock But then when they turned the story around, oh, it was a no-knock, but we had the wrong address. So which one is it? Were you serving a warrant at that address or not? And if you were, even when you do no-knock, guess what? You still have to identify yourself. Still got to identify yourself. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. Taylor was shot 8 times by the officer who entered her apartment, and it was an apartment, so there were neighbors that could have also got a bullet grazed somewhere, because they was willy-nilly just Are you kidding me? This is, see, give me a second, but when you go into a place and you just shooting everything up because they said there's bullets in the neighbor's apartment too, I would like to see a full ballistics report. You heard me? Back to the article. Kenneth Walker said he thought they were intruders breaking in and fired 1 shot. The officers then returned fire, expending more than 20 rounds. So this is interesting because I read other reports that the cops came in and they heard a gunshot, but nobody said that they were hit, and then they started shooting all over the dang on place. So I'm gonna go with this report based off of what he says, but I still would like to see a full ballistics. That's all I'm saying. Years earlier, Hankison was accused of harassing Wilson, who said the officer targeted him and planted drugs. Wilson's suit outlines 3 times in which Hankison arrested Wilson in 2016 and 2018, all of which originated at bars where Hankison sometimes worked as an off-duty security. Ain't that something? It gets a little deeper, don't it? Rabbit hole, just go down a little bit deeper. What this dude do to you, Hankison? Did he was like, nah, you just a mall cop? Did he call you a mall cop? Did that make you mad? Did he do you like Martin, I see you? Is that what happened? For you to sit up here and pursue this dude and try to plant drugs on him? I got another topic to y'all can read this article for yourselves. I got other stuff I got to go on to, so let's go to the next one. This one comes from Fox News. So if you got a problem with this article, go to Fox News. Okay? It's entitled, Georgia Police Department at the center of the Arbery murder investigation has a disturbing past filled with scandal and corruption. This also will be linked in the description. Georgia, the police department at the center of Ahmaud Arbery's murder investigation has been marred by scandal and claims of corruption for years. Years, people. Including allegations that detectives tampered with evidence, lied to prosecutors, and retaliated against whistleblowers. Well, damn. Hey, black people, are y'all surprised? I'm pretty sure y'all are not. White folks that's watching this video, are y'all gonna act surprised that, oh my goodness, they have corruption in their office? Let's go back to the article. In fact, the charges against the Glenn County Police Department are so severe that the Georgia General Assembly is considering letting voters decide whether to disband the department altogether. The PD's sketchy track record has come under national scrutiny after Georgia Bureau of Investigation has asked to intervene in Arbery's case more than 2.5 months after local authorities largely looked the other way. Damn, this is Fox News that said they looked the other way. Now that's that's some shit when Fox News is calling you out on your shit. I'll keep reading. Within 48 hours of the GBI getting involved, law enforcement had arrested former police officer Gregory McMichael, 64, and his son Travis McMichael, 34. They were charged with felony murder and aggravated assault. Y'all can read the rest of it for yourselves. I know black folks out there, y'all are not surprised. Not at all. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. Anywho, just a quick reminder, we will be off next week. We'll be back on the following week, which I do believe is June the 2nd. And, you know I love you. Bye. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Nice But Feisty with Mandy Nice and Tasha Feisty. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Have a good one. Oh, and one more thing. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And share the video.